What makes a campsite unforgettable? Is it the breathtaking view, the sense of complete seclusion, or the memories created around the fire? And how do you know when you've truly found the one? Welcome to the conclusion of our Return to Maine series, where after 3 days of exploration, we will finally reach the end of the iconic Golden Road. But not before discovering one of the best campsites I've ever stumbled upon. A spot so perfect, it captured the spirit of this adventure. This adventure has been nothing short of extraordinary. From the grueling journey north into Maine's untamed wilderness, to navigating dozens of remote logging roads and venturing down challenging trails in search of the elusive ghost trains. Every twist and turn has shaped this incredible story. Now, as we continue down the Golden Road, our mission is simple: find a campsite to wrap up this epic journey. Little did we know, we weren't just about to find a place to rest, we were about to uncover a truly unforgettable spot. One that defines the magic and reward of overlanding. Let's dive into this final chapter and experience the moment that made this journey unforgettable. Traveling down the Golden Road hit different from other off-road trails. There was history here, a sense of adventure in the air. Mile after mile, the rugged road of dirt and crushed rock stretched ahead, cutting through the heart of Maine's untouched wilderness. Only the occasional dispersed campsite, tucked into the pines, showed signs of life. This only made our search for the perfect spot more challenging, as many of the sites we passed were either taken or simply didn't meet our high expectations for an epic campsite.
You know, it's crazy to me how, other than these dirt roads that go on for miles, everything around us is just complete wilderness. Untouched, unexplored. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it kind of gives me a good feeling of oh cool, there are definitely places that haven't been ruined yet.
Yeah, and the fact that you can just travel and there's nothing around us but woods, mountains, and it's just all unclaimed by humanity.
Except for the occasional log cabin that's just out in the middle of nowhere. That when we pass it, I do think to myself, that's the way to go.
As the sun crept closer to the horizon, a sense of urgency began to set in. Were we being too picky? Were we about to run out of daylight and have to settle for something ordinary? The thought lingered as we passed site after site, each time taking the risk that just around the bend, we might stumble upon something incredible. Just as we passed a pull-off that looked like it led to a campsite, I went to Radio Ken, only to realize my radio had stopped working. Thankfully, Ken came to the rescue.
Jeremy's currently having some issues with his radio, so we're gonna do a Rocky Talkie to the rescue. Make sure it's set to the right. Nope, wrong way. Channel 18. That's for you, sir.
Thank you. Check.
All good here.
Outstanding.
Now I can still yell at you.
I'm usually the one yelling at you.
This is true.
After the quick detour, I delivered the bad news over the Rocky Talkie. The pull-off was just another random offshoot that stretched on for about a mile before fading into nothing. Rejoining Ken, we pushed on, refusing to settle. With each passing mile, we held on to the hope that luck, or maybe fate, would lead us to something incredible. The perfect spot was out there, and we were determined to find it.
Well, this is almost too good to be true. I think we found our camp spot for the night. Well, we didn't make it to the ghost trains, but we were rewarded with such an amazing spot. I mean, we got this beautiful lake behind us. We got the mountains. It's just... Maine is such an amazing spot. There's just so much to explore in this state, and the state is just, every part of it is beautiful. From the shoreline to here in the North Woods, it's epic. And there's just so much of it. And we've only explored just a tiny little bit, but thank God it's only a 6-hour drive for us to get here, so we can always come back, you know? We can always return, which we will. But for now, I'm gonna finish tidying up at camp. Everything's opened up already. I just gotta put a few things in their spots, and then gonna get dinner started. And then we're gonna sit by the fire and enjoy this view. So Ken's in the woods using the bathroom right now. So while he's gone, I wanna hear your honest opinion. Rooftop tent or the Gazelle ground tent? Let me know in the comments below. Ken takes his rooftop tent off every fall, and he chooses to ground tent it with the Gazelle in fall and into winter a little bit. I don't know. I feel like a rooftop tent is just, it's warmer. It's off the ground. You don't feel the cold ground, even though he's on an air mattress. So, I mean, I guess that helps. But I don't know. I just feel like the rooftop tents are more insulated. So let me know in the comments down below. What do you prefer? Rooftop tent or something like the Gazelle? Ken,
Yeah.
I thought you were going to do something useful tonight.
I promise tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
I'll pretend to do things better.
Okay. As long as you're pretending.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure the fire stays lit so it doesn't go out.
All right.
Then we'll be chilly.
Fair enough. Dinner should be ready in a couple minutes.
Okay, thanks, Dad.
The next morning started early, thanks to an unexpected rainstorm. With no service for most of the previous day, we had no clue rain was in the forecast. It rolled in around 4 a.m., waking both Ken and I. Not a fan of being cold and wet, Ken immediately packed up and retreated to the warmth of his truck for a nap. Well, I chose to stay in the tent a little longer. It was disappointing not to catch the sunrise or enjoy a slow morning at camp. But after last night's conversations, we had something even better. A pin dropped on this epic campsite and plans to return again.
So last time we were here, about 3 months ago, we came from this trail right here. And as we were exiting this trail, we came upon this sign. Golden Road. East going that way, and west towards Canada that way. So we are now at the exact spot that we entered the Golden Road last time, and I think it was only like 30 miles worth of the Golden Road that we got to explore. But now we have explored it from Canada, and as soon as we get to the end, we will have done the entire 96-mile Golden Road.
As we tackle the final 30 miles of the Golden Road, we reflected on the journey to Maine, the paths we carved through the endless dirt roads, the challenges we faced, and the hidden oasis we discovered along this legendary route through the heart of Maine's wilderness. And while this may have been the Return to Maine series, it is far from the end. There are plenty more Northern Maine adventures to come. Thank you so much for watching this series and supporting my channel. Overlanding in the Northeast comes with its own set of challenges. We don't have the same public land management as out west. The North Woods of Maine, for example, is privately owned, with logging roads open to travel but never guaranteed to stay that way. Even in states like Vermont, many Class 4 roads cross private property. Overlanding is my passion, and I love sharing it all with you. But over the years, I've seen campsites and trail systems shut down due to misuse or overuse. So please, be respectful when you're out exploring and do your part to keep these places open for future adventures.
Well, this is it. We've made it to the end of the Golden Road. 96 miles from here in Millinocket, Maine, all the way that way to Canada. But we made it, and the trucks took a beating. There was definitely a lot of vibration, a lot of vibration. And you know, if you're gonna travel this road, definitely air down and have good suspension, because it definitely helps. I can only imagine what this road would have felt like, you know, full tire pressure, stock suspension, and the speed limit on the road is 45 miles per hour. And it was bumpy, but definitely, you know, a check mark on my travel list to accomplish the Golden Road in its entirety, along with taking, you know, a bunch of off trails and just doing some exploring along the Golden Road. But it's just feeling very accomplished right now, and it was awesome to kind of end the trip last night with an amazing camp spot. But unfortunately, it's time to air up, and that means return to civilization and head on home. So thank you very much for joining us on this journey along the Golden Road. And if you missed out on some of the other Maine videos that I did, I'm going to create a Maine playlist so that all the videos will be in there. And if you would like to see a long form version of our entire Maine adventure trip, let me know in the comments below. But it's time to get out of here. Till next time, stay adventurous, people.